welcome to my channel. I'm gonna show you guys how I got this entry in the market. Okay, so this is a clean chart. I'm gonna show you what I did. I saw that the market is currently going down, so I came in with my trend lines from this point A first to this point B to involve all the candles on one side of the trend. I don't want the candles to be all over the place, just like this. If I were to keep the trend line here, then all of these candles would be on the opposite side of the trend, and that's not what we want. So I would involve all these candles on one side of the trend. Okay, so the market is currently moving downwards. It's already made its push to the upside there. Now it's trending downwards in line with the original trend of the market. On the 24-hour, we can come in with a more steeper trend line from this point A here to this point. I didn't involve this candle here because it just broke it and the candle hasn't closed as yet. We're on the 24-hour, so we have 5 hours remaining. It can just be a wick. It can close above it and then push back down under this trend line here. So I don't want to connect it to a moving candle. Also, I can come in with another trend from that point A there to this candle on the 24-hour, and because we're on the higher time frame, let's just thicken this so we can know that it belongs to the higher time frame. And this one, all right, I'm seeing a key level here that the market can reject off of. We have one touch here, another rejection here, and another rejection there. So we can highlight that. We can put the line there as a higher time frame key level that the market can gravitate towards. Then we can now move down to the lower time frame. All right. All right. So okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, we just need to adjust this trend line to involve this wick here. Okay. And this is what I saw that made me enter the trade at the time. Came in with a steeper trend line, and since we're on the 4-hour, don't really want to make it as thick. And I came in with another trend from that point there to this point. The entry, I saw the setup on the 4-hour, the entry was on the hour. So let's go lower. Okay, let's adjust this. Okay, so the market was pushing to the upside, following along this trend here. It was pushing up, creating higher highs and higher lows. So when the market came to this point here, it arrived at this point and I saw it slowing down. After it made the break past this previous high, it didn't have any buying pressure to the upside at all. This candle here was, while it was active, it was moving back and forth. I was watching it at the time and it didn't close as a strong buying candle. Usually when the market breaks the previous higher high without much buying pressure, it usually signals a reversal. So that was one key factor or one confluence that I looked at that gave me indications that this was going to be a point of reversal. That was one key factor. And then I saw the push down. After the rejections, I saw the push to the downside. So what I did, I outlined this low because while it was coming down, I was also keeping in mind that because it's an uptrend, you want to always think that, okay, the market is in an uptrend, it's going to continue that uptrend because that's what you're hoping for. However, if the market pulls back to either the previous higher low or breaks it, then we see that there's a shift, there's something happening. Is either the market is going to reverse, the market wants to reverse, or it's going to consolidate something, because that doesn't align with the original trend for it to come back to the previous low or break the previous low. All right, so when it came into this area here, there was rejection. So I'm saying, okay, maybe it's just going to bounce off of this previous support here and then push back up and break the next high, and break the previous higher high. Maybe it's going to do that, or maybe it's going to form a pattern. And eventually, after watching, I saw that it came to this level here. And in the markets, I usually look out for the head and shoulders pattern mostly, and also the double top pattern, because the market usually, almost all the charts that I trade, almost all of them give me head and shoulders or in the or inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, mostly those and double tops. Yeah. So when it did that, it came here and I saw rejections. It didn't quite meet up to, it didn't quite come up to the previous, this level here, the left shoulder, it didn't quite come up to it, but it made a high, a lower high here and gave us rejections. When it did that, I'm saying, okay, this can be a possible head and shoulders pattern. So what I did, I waited for some other indication. I can't just go into the market off of rejections. No, I can't do that. So what I did was I sat on my hands, I did nothing, and I waited. The opportunity came eventually at the close of this candle, this engulfing candle. This was the opportunity. This was the entry signal to go into a sell position, and I did enter. When I entered, I put my stop at this level, at where the rejections were, and I targeted the neckline as my first entry. Then I made a second entry here and a third one somewhere right around here, or this one. Those were my target areas because they are previous levels that the market bounced off of. So that's what I did to get into this sell action here. So let me just label this left. This is the left shoulder. I'm always going to look for a head and shoulders pattern because the market respects it, loves to form. I don't know why, but it just loves to form it on reversals, because it could have given me a double top. It didn't. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this area is the right shoulder, right at the rejections. Eventually it came down, broke past the neckline here, it retested it on this green candle, and then it pushed down. But I didn't wait on it to break the neckline because I knew the market, VIX, Forex, loves head and shoulders. It does. So that's how I got the entry, that's how I got the setup. And I'm actually looking for buying opportunities because, as you can see, it broke this higher time frame downward trend line, and it's already retested it. But I'm also keeping in mind, because the daily time frame, the candle that broke it on the daily hasn't closed above it, it's still moving. I don't want to just jump in. I want to actually see the trend continuing. Hopefully it breaks the high here, and then on the next pullback, that is where I would look for opportunities to go long. If not, and the daily rejects, it can reject, come back into this zone, because as I stated before, it's predominantly a downtrend. So yeah, that's how I got the setup. That's how I got the entry, and those were my areas. Those were my target areas. So thank you for watching this video. And if you want more, you can comment below. Comment your thoughts as well, what you think about everything, the entry, and let me know what you think.